Next, let's show you how we enter time using eCare 21 for chronic care management and remote patient monitoring. So from the dashboard, I'm looking at the patients list here. I'm going to go to the menu item underneath Toolbox. And underneath the toolbox, you will see CCM RPM Journal. Under CCM RPM Journal, each employee in the clinic has their own to-do list, their own action item list. And they can complete items on this list as well as transfer items or forward items to others in the practice. In my list today, as Laura Smith, I see I have a list of 13 items that are assigned to me that I need to get done. They're from various patients, and they're also actions, varying actions. There's a brief description, and some of them I see are special actions that are coming in as a warning from RPM. These are out of range conditions, which warrant attention. So I see Bill Aaron has a warning from RPM. This means that the vitals readings that came in from the devices exceeded the thresholds that were established by the prescription from the physician. So they came in today, 9/24 at 8:49. I can click on that and review it. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking at the action warning that came from the device that Bill Aaron was connected to, and this warning has been assigned to me, Laura Smith. I can see in a description that the value of the systolic pressure was 169 and it exceeded the prescribed limit, which was 160. I can also take a look at the vitals data by expanding on some of the charts and graphs. You could see the monthly charts. You could see yearly charts. You could look forward and backward in time, previous months. Let me take a look at the blood pressure and take a look at the trends for the blood pressure. Well, you can see it's been fairly okay for a while, and then it immediately spiked to 169 today. So this might be something that's not necessarily a trend, but worth looking at it. I can also look at other vital parameters like oxygen saturation. So I could see it's been fairly good, but it's gone down a bit. I could also check on the patient's mood if they've been reporting it, and see it was pretty low, but it's gotten back up to a medium range, tolerable. I could check on temperature, glucose. This particular patient is giving me a lot of information from their connected devices, and it's really helping me out a lot in making my decision based on the assessment of the data. I can come back up here, collapse all the data, and I could say there's no trend, but check tomorrow. And it took me about 2 minutes to do that. So in assessing the patient at a distance, I was able to review their vitals, again, charts and graphs, monthly, weekly, forward and backward in time, make a quick assessment that this was not a trend, and so I'm going to follow up and check it tomorrow. I can close this item with 2 minutes of time, but I could also put that reminder in my calendar. It's easy to do. Just recycle this one back up onto my to-do list, and I could schedule it as a follow-up. So that's how we enter time for review of warnings from RPM, and I was able to look at across many different vitals, book time, put in a resolution, and assign it back to myself. If I wanted to close this item after reviewing the information in the chart, I would simply enter the time and closed. Or I might schedule a visit. So I might put in a reminder to schedule the patient in for a visit and put that action item on the person who schedules visits for me. But right now, let's just close this item out. And it shows the time is 2 minutes for the first review and assessment and 3 minutes for the second assessment. Total of 5 minutes. And I can go back and see that this item is no longer on the list. I have another one here for patient John Galt, which I can take care of next. But that's how you enter time.